In this video, I am going to briefly list the counting techniques commonly used in probability. I am also putting down the examples of situations where these rules are used. For detailed information and examples on these techniques, please look at my other videos in this series. I will also provide the links in description. Now, let's look at counting techniques, which are rule of multiplication, arranging items in a row with all items distinct, arranging items in a row with some items identical, permutations where order matters, combinations where order doesn't matter. So these are the rules, and now let's quickly look at the examples of situations where these are used. This is the very common type of example that we see that you might have seen in statistics and probability classes. The next rule we can use in a situation like arranging the letters in word force, but if some of the letters are identical like in letter force, where we have two O's, we are talking about this O, we have a slightly different rule. Next, two, permutation and combinations. These are widely used in selecting number of items from a group, so in permutation order of selection matters, and in combination order does not matter. Now let's talk about factorial notation. Factorial notation is often used in counting calculations. Factorial is the number of ways arranging objects in a row, and factorial is the product of all integers from 1 to n. Now let's look at these examples on calculating factorial. So I will be showing how to calculate these using formula, using Excel, and using a calculator. So now let's start with 5 factorial. So according to the definition for 5 factorial, we can write 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times 5. So which is equal to 120. So now let me show how to find 5 factorial in a calculator. So to find 5 factorial in a calculator, first punch in 5, then go to math, punch in math, then you'll see this screen. Then go and highlight your PRB, which is probability. So use this arrow key to get there. So now once you are on here, so number 4, so this is the factorial. Okay, so now you have to go down. So in order to go down to number 4, you'll be using this arrow key, and make sure you're selecting number 4, then hit enter, then hit enter again. So that will give you 5 factorial. So that's what we got when using the formula also. So now let me show this how to do it in Excel. Okay. So let me move it a little bit so that we can see that. So for us to find 5 factorial in an Excel, first we need to type equals, then type FACT, then put your parentheses, then type 5. That's what we are trying to find factorial for, then hit tab. So that gives us 5 factorial. Okay. So let's move on to the next example, which is 8 factorial. So according to the definition, this will be 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times 8. So this is equal to 4, 0, 3, 2, 0. So let me show you how to get that in a calculator. In order to find 8 factorial, punch in 8. Then go to math. Then highlight PRB. So use this key to highlight PRB. So once you are in the PRB, then go to your number 4. Then make sure that you're selecting number 4. Then hit enter. Okay, so that will give us 8 factorial, which is 40320. That's what we found using the formula also. Okay. So now let's try to do it in an Excel. Okay. So for us to find that in an Excel, you need to type as equal, then type FACT, then put parentheses, then put the number that you are trying to find factorial of. So in this case, we are trying to find factorial of 8. Okay. That's what we have there. Now hit enter, or you can also hit tab. So that gave us 40320. So that's what we found using the formula and using calculator. Now let's find 1 factorial. So 1 factorial is 1. So 1 factorial basically is product of numbers from 1 to 1. So that's why 1 factorial is equal to 1. And for 0 factorial, we consider this to be 1. Thank you for watching. We hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe our channel. We will be bringing more and more videos on variety of topics.